on 95.3 The Peak. Welcome to the Carbon Dino pregame show on KRPX 95.3 The Peak. Brought to you by Landon's Diesel Service. Leave your truck in the hands of those who know diesel engines. Landon's Diesel Service at 540 South 300 West in Price. And now for tonight's play-by-play, let's join Sonny Buscarini.
Welcome to Carbon Dino Basketball on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play tonight. We're back home here at Carbon High School as the Carbon Dinos battle the Delta Rabbits. Delta coming in 7-3 on the season with a 2-game winning streak, and the Carbon Dinos coming in 4-5, suffering a loss in their last game on Wednesday night on the road to Juab. So welcome to the broadcast, the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Joining me in the Sutherland's broadcast booth here in a few minutes, Aiden Mortensen. I'm Sonny Buscarini, and welcome. The Dinos, as we said, coming off a 91-71 loss to Juab on Wednesday night. So they now back home, another non-region game against a good Delta Rabbit team that's a 7-3. They're running a 2-game winning streak, holding wins over Enterprise and North St. Pete. Their only one loss on the season came by more than 4 points with Provo, and it was 70-31. So, but this is a good basketball team. Delta, they're always solid in the basketball, on the basketball court. They'll be led by Bronco Bundy, averaging 11.5 points per game. Also, Kobe Driggs, averaging 10.7. Mason Robinson, 9.9. And Corver Pace, 6.1 points per game for the Delta Rabbits. So that's who the Carbon Dinos are battling tonight, the Delta Rabbits here at Carbon High School. As we said, the Dinos coming in with a 4-5 record. Their last 2 games against a stubborn Green River team that they came away with a 66-64 win, and then losing to Juab on Wednesday night on the road, 91-71. So now they come back home, and Aiden, they're trying to get back on their winning ways against, like I said just a few seconds ago, a Delta team who's always solid on the basketball court.
No, Delta is one. We always talk about programs that display a lot of athletic excellence across the state of Utah. Delta, one of those premier ones. It feels like they excel in nearly every sport they play. It's one of those rural strength. These are strong, corn-fed kids, grew up tough, and now they're taking those talents and that mentality to the floor. So a lot to look forward to every year when Delta gets to take the field. And even if it's a down year, they still are always putting up a fight. We saw that this year in football. They are a tough team, and a lot of those athletes from football season are going to carry over to tonight's game against the Dinos.
Yeah, we gave you some stats on the individuals for Delta, but as a team, they like to shoot the 3 ball, 21 threes per game. They're shooting 25% from the 3-point line. It's a little bit low, but they love to shoot the 3, and they will shoot the 3 anytime they have an opportunity.
That they will, Sonny. And it's not like they're shooting themselves out of games either. Like you hit on earlier, only one loss on the year has come by less than or more than 4 points. They lost to Emory by 4. They lost to Manti by 1. So this is a group who has a very talented team, and we're seeing this in this JV game that's ongoing right now. This is a tough bunch, Sonny. They are willing to scrap.
Last year, these two teams played. Delta swept the Carbon Dinos with 64-43 win, and then at Delta, 58-41 win. So they beat the Carbon Dinos 2 times last year, but these are different teams tonight as we take a look at the Dinos having 3 players scoring in double digits. One, the senior Carter Warburton, averaging 12.3 points per game, and he shooting the 3 very well. I actually talked to him before the game tonight, and he said he just feels comfortable this year, and you can see it. You could see it during game time.
Yeah, not only is it a natural maturation of a player, Sonny, we saw him develop a lot last year on the varsity level. It's also being able to fit into more of a role that he's comfortable playing. Last year, he had to take over and be the primary point guard for the Dinos, and that's a position, although he did find a lot of success in it, it wasn't necessarily the position that he's most comfortable playing. He's most comfortable and he's most efficient when he gets to operate off ball, kind of filling in that shooting guard role. If he has an opportunity to plant his feet, get set, and take the shots, I think that's when he performs some of his best. And we've been seeing that early on in this season.
Yeah, he could take the ball to the basket as well. He could shoot the three. He's great from the free throw line. Carter Warburton having a great season. Also, Ty Mortensen on the defensive side of the ball. He's playing well, averaging a lot of blocks, actually 3.7 blocks per game, 2 steals, and he's putting 9 points in the basket. So, the thing that impresses me about Ty Mortensen is I see a lot of old school basketball with him in the paint, blocks. He makes blocks where he keeps the ball in play, and instead of swatting the ball into the stands, where you don't get the ball that way. They're just going to throw it in and they get another chance. He keeps the ball in play, and most of the time it leads to a fast break for the Dinos the other way. I just really like the way he plays the game.
And not only that, Sonny, he manages to do all of this while rarely fouling.
Yes.
He's someone who, despite those block statistics, you'd expect him to be averaging at least 4 fouls a game. No, he is averaging about 1 to 2 a night. He is a smart defender as well as an excellent defender. And that's what really sets him apart in the ranks of shot blockers, is the fact that he has that ability to guide these balls back inbounds and do it without fouling his guy.
Yeah, he's averaging 3.7 blocks, 2 steals, 9 points, and 10 rebounds per game. So, and 4 offensive rebounds, which is huge because, the more chances you get at the basket, that's why offensive rebounding and turnovers are so important in the game. The team that gets the most shot of the basket, a lot of times are going to come up on top.
And that's exactly what we saw on Wednesday against the Juab Wasps,
Yep.
Sonny. They dominated the glass. Juab was able to get 3 or 4 shots each possession, and that helped differentiate them, especially when they started hitting the 3 with a high efficiency in the second half. And that wasn't a bad offensive game for the Dinos by any means. Anytime you see a 20-point loss, you think to yourself, probably wasn't the best offensive night. 90% of the times in high school basketball, if you were putting up 71 points, you're going to win the contest.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But it's that rare exception where the other team just catches fire like this Delta team is prone to do. That's when you got to really clamp down on the defensive side of things.
So you got Warburton averaging 12 points, and then you have Mortensen with 9. But then you get Kyler Orth and Logan Bennett, both averaging 11 points per game. And Kyler Orth, we say his name a lot throughout the basketball game. He is everywhere on the floor, and it seems like he's in the places that he needs to be.
No, he's very smart with how he positions himself. He operates very well in off-ball situations, especially when a shot goes up. He's one of the players that you're going to see crashing the glass most aggressively, and that's exactly what benefits the Dinos, because he's able to get several putbacks and either make the shot or get fouled in the process. He's a pretty solid free throw shooter as well. We talked about it last game. He hit those 2 key free throws to help defeat the Pirates down in Green River, and he's really carried that on throughout the season. He's shooting 76% from the line, which is about where you want to see most players. You want to see that 75 to 80%.
Then you got Logan Bennett averaging 11, as we just said, and Logan is the type of player, he'll shoot the 3, and he'll take it to the basket as well. He's an offensive threat on the floor.
That he is. And not only that, Sonny, his defense is very underrated when we're talking about Logan Bennett. He's in the right place at the right time, and he has the athleticism to really make a difference on the defensive side of things. We see it time and time again. He'll soar in at the last second to come up with a critical block. That's something that I really like about his game that we don't talk about as much because it's outshined by what he's doing on the offensive side of things, but he's an all-around complete player.
Landon's Diesel Service pregame show here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Aiden, explain to the listeners where they can watch our broadcast and listen to us as well.
And not only can you listen on 95.3 The Peak, but you can also go online and go to YouTube and search up Castle Country Radio Carbon, and that's where you're going to be able to find a live stream of tonight's action with the radio call overlaid above it. You can also go back and watch all the Dinos actions from earlier this season and even going back into football season. It's one of our favorite things to do, highlighting these young athletes, and it's all powered by CastleCountryRadio.com. You can also find us on the KSL Sports app.
Castle Country Radio, the place to be for local sports, and talk to the listeners also about Drive Time Sports. It's a show that Jordan Buscrini does that'll keep you updated on everything going on.
That's right, Sonny. He keeps you up to date on every level, whether it be high school or the pros. Jordan's going to have you covered. Interviews with your favorite local athletes and national figures. Jordan does it all. 4 to 5 p.m. every weekday on KOAL 107.3 FM and 7:50 a.m., where you're also going to be able to enjoy USU Eastern athletics and Emory High School athletics and a various assortment of other things. We got the Las Vegas Bowl coming up for the Utes. You got Oakland, not Oakland anymore, Las Vegas Raiders.
There you go.
My dad was a diehard, he still is a diehard fan, so it's still Oakland to me. But we got the Raiders.
Thursday night football.
Sports
Byline.
Yeah, Sports Byline. Just a lot of sports available.
Yeah, everything here on Castle Country Radio. We're going to take a break. We got a good one here tonight at Carbon High School, so don't go anywhere. It's the 7-3 Delta Rabbits against the 4-5 Carbon Dinos. It's Carbon Dino basketball on 95.3 The Peak, and this is where the Dinos play.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Looking for the perfect mattress? We've got you covered. At Bill's Home Furnishings, we have the largest selection of mattresses in eastern Utah, including the highly rated Serta Perfect Sleeper. And when it comes to price, we're competitive with anywhere in the state. But we're more than just mattresses. From quality furniture and home accessories to reliable appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. Stop by Bill's Home Furnishings today, where selection, savings, and service meet. Right here in eastern Utah.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At Air Temp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call Air Temp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back, Carbon Dino Basketball, Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Carbon Dinos and the Delta Rabbits here at Carbon High School tonight. Second game. the week for the Carbon Dinos. As we said, they fell short to Juab on Wednesday night. Chance to answer back after that loss against Delta here coming to Price. The JV game's still going on. It's a good one. So we might be a little bit late getting to the tip-off, but it'll be close to 7 o'clock. Either way, we will be here for you. And Aiden, what do the Dinos have to do tonight against Delta to come away with the win? You know, we talked about the bad quarters, and, you know, I don't feel like I don't think they really had a bad quarter the other night. I think Juab, if you remember, at the beginning of the third quarter, Baker was on fire. I think he hit 5 threes in like 2.5 minutes.
No, it was one of the most incredible shooting performances we've ever seen, Sonny. He was lights out for the second half of that game. But I think what the Dinos need to do is clamp down a little on defense. They're very heavy into that zone. I want to see the defenders shoot out a little bit more and contest those shooters, because Delta has a lot of them. They are a threat always to try and come down with some big shots. So you got to make sure you're closing out, but staying solid in your fundamentals. You don't want to be stuck in a situation where you're losing it. Sorry, the action on the JV court got me really excited for a sec. But you don't want to be caught where you have open shooters all over the floor, because the best way to break a 2-3 zone, we've seen it on the high school level time and time again, is just continually pass back and forth on those wings. Eventually, defense is going to break down. They're going to overcommit to one side. You're going to have an open shot. So the Dinos need to stay fundamentally sound in what they're doing. They also just need to stay calm. Play in your element. You're at home. You're on the road. You're going to have a nice, lengthy rest after this game. Just make sure that you stay calm and play your style of basketball. You don't need to rush anything.
You know, we talked about Delta. They attempt 21.6 threes per game. So, you know, they're going to shoot the three. The Dinos need to do one on the defensive side to make those threes difficult for Delta and get them uncomfortable.
Well, you're going to need to identify those shooters early, Sonny. You want to make sure that you know who's going to be the real threats on the outside. And the problem with Delta is that there are several players who pose that threat. That's what makes them a very tough team to try and defend. And like we talked about, they love their three ball. They shoot about 21 attempts a night. Oh my goodness, a buzzer beating shot. But yeah, you just got to make sure you keep your hand in their face. You want to make sure you're sticking on those men, and you're going to want to apply as much pressure as possible to try and shut down these players. It's going to be a tall task, but I think it's one the Dinos are going to be up to.
It's the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. It's the Carbon Dinos, the Delta Rabbits. When we come back, more right here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
Step inside the brand new designer home interior showroom on Main Street in Spanish Fork. Everything you need in one place. Hardwoods, LVP, carpet, cabinets, countertops, window coverings, furniture, rugs, and accessories. They carry all the major brands you know and trust. Plus, with professional designers on staff, you'll get the experts to bring your vision to life. Visit dhifloors.com today and request a quote. Designer Home Interiors, where design and style come together under one roof.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Why can't I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
We're not going out on a limb when we say,
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen. Fantastic food, fun atmosphere. Known for their made-from-scratch pizzas, Juniper has the very best pastas, burgers, salads, wraps, hoagies, paninis, appetizers, loaded sodas, desserts, vegan and vegetarian options. Dine in for lunch or dinner, Tuesday through Friday, 11 till 8. Saturdays, noon till 8. Order online at juniperkitchenutah.com with DoorDash delivery. Stop beating around the bush for a great meal.
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen and Price.
You're looking for somewhere you could be proud to work. Komatsu is looking for you. Komatsu is a leading manufacturer of construction, mining, forestry, and industrial heavy equipment. Komatsu currently has openings for seasoned welders, journeyman electricians, and MSHA certified electricians, as well as master machinists. At Komatsu, not only will your skills be rewarded with competitive wages, but you'll also enjoy benefits like a robust 401k plan. Grow with Komatsu. Go to komatsu.com or call Tanner at 636-6150.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Carbon Dyno basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Carbon Dyno basketball, 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. This is the place you need to be for Carbon Dyno sports. And we'll take a look in at the boys' schedule coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun end of the year, Sonny. So this is the real... I guess it's not necessarily the real end of the preseason. You got one more tournament coming up as the new year prepares following the moratorium. But this is the last real time we're going to see the Dinos on the floor in a home setting.
Yeah, so they will play Dixie on the 29th and then Stansbury on the 30th. Canyon View on the 31st. So they got one of those 3 games and 3 nights things. Then on the 2nd of January, San Juan. And then on the 7th, it's when region play begins. The Dinos will be at Union on the 14th at North St. Pete. And then on the 16th, they'll be home against Manti. And they'll be home against Emory on the 21st. Home against Union on the 23rd. Home against North St. Pete on the 30th. So they got a nice home run. And then they'll go on the road against Manti and finish the season on February 6th against Emory. That's the boys' schedule for the rest of the season. And, you know, with a smaller region play, of course, less region games, and it seems like the second half of the season, not as many games.
There really isn't, Sonny. You want to know when region play started last year? December 8th.
Yep.
And it was against Delta.
Yep.
And now this is a Delta preseason showdown happening at the end of December. So we haven't even seen a region game yet. But, I do like our region quite a bit. You got some good scrappy games in there. Going to be with Manti and Emory in particular. Union is a team who you can never really predict how they're going to play. They've had an up and down season. Either they're going to beat you by 20 or they're going to lose by 30. They're an interesting case to try and watch. But it's going to be one the Dinos are going to have to overcome because, let me tell you, Union's gym is one tough place to play. You and I were there last year. It's quite the environment.
I think this region's open. I think it's open for anybody. I think it's going to be a great competitive region season. I'm looking forward to it, and, I think anybody can win this region.
You and I have talked about it before, and me and Coach Brower have talked about it before. It feels like whoever wins this region is still going to have 2 or 3 losses under their belt because that's how strong of a region it is, how competitive it's going to be. Now, last year, we saw a region that was dominated by Richfield, who went on to lose in the state finals. So there's not a real clear-cut winner like there was in basketball last season. This year, it's going to be whoever shows up each and every night. And the Dinos, they have a chance to do that, but it goes back to the one key problem we see with the Dinos, and it goes back to last year, is it always feels like they have one bad quarter. One quarter where either their shots aren't falling, their defense isn't connecting, or the other team is just shooting the lights out. It always feels like there's just one frame that puts the Dinos far enough behind that they're unable to come back. Because we've seen this. This is a good basketball team. But they need to clean up that one quarter. Make sure that you're playing the complete ball game, and then you're going to be able to set yourself up for some success.
As we come to the end of the year, let's take a look at the Lady Dinos, what they have coming up. And, their schedule has been packed, and now we'll go into the Christmas break, come back for the New Year, and they got what coming?
Yeah, they start the Christmas break with a win over Ben Lomond 50-10, but we're going to be right back here on December 30th as they face Pineview. It's going to be a matinee game. You and I are going to be here at Jurassic Park. Going to be 1:30 p.m. on the 30th, and then they take a quick break for the New Year's, and they jump right into region play as well. Union, North St. Pete at home, Manti, Emory, Union, North St. Pete, all on the road, and then you close out the season at home against Manti and Emory. Sonny, I'm excited for these Emory games more than anything. No matter what the records are on paper heading into those games, it feels like it's always a dogfight in the environment, always electric, especially here at Carbon High. In my opinion, Sonny, now that I've been able to explore some gyms from around the state, I think Carbon has the best environment because you get that arena feel, but it's still compact, still feels intimate. The players can still feel the student section right behind them as they're trying to inbound. The fans on top of you everywhere you go, especially in those packed rivalry games. You're not going to see that in some of these bigger arenas. That's one of my least favorite things about playing in some of those, they are nice arenas, but they just don't have the same feeling that places like Carbon has.
I think looking at the ladies region, I think it's open as well. I think from game to game, it's just going to be interesting to see the region work its way out through the season.
It is. Per the coaches poll at the beginning of the season, Sonny, Emory was the front runner, but they've had a lackadaisical stretch, Sonny. They've lost some games that they definitely should have won. So, again, it's going to come down to who can win and who can come out and compete on any given night. Now, of course, delay in start time tonight due to that very exciting extended junior varsity game. Sonny watched it. I could barely pay attention to what I was saying up here because I was too caught up in the action on the floor. But it was a good peek at what the Dinos have coming up down the pipeline. A lot of these juniors and sophomores who we see come off the bench, we're seeing some major action in that game. So it's always good to watch those and see what lies ahead for Carbon. What are we going to see in years to come as Coach Brower continues his stint as head coach? Now, a win tonight, Sonny, would mean a lot for Coach Brower. That puts him into double digits on his career at Carbon High, breaking into the 10-win column. So that's something that definitely going to be worth playing for, but definitely not something being brought up in the locker room. Coach Brower's not one to necessarily care about individual accolades. For him, it's all about the team.
Absolutely. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the starting five for both teams, and it'll be time for tip-off here at Carbon High School. It's the 7-3 Delta Rabbits against our 4-5 Carbon Dinos here on 95.3 The Peak when we come back.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck. Because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
The more things change,
The more they stay the same.
yes, Mr. Automotive has a new building in Huntington.
But that just means the services they offer just got better.
Detailing and mechanic work are being added to the already great service Mr. Automotive had already offered.
And all deals are still done with the owner at the lowest prices possible.
New building, same best prices, and more auto services. Go to MrAutomotiveSales.com or stop by the dealership, 21 South Main, Huntington. Mr. Automotive, the best for less.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
In the heart of Carbon and Emery counties, Quick Realty is here to help you make the right move. Experience the future of home buying with our Matterport 3D tours, giving you an immersive look at your potential home from anywhere. Meet our dedicated team of local professionals, just real people who care, walking you through every step of the way. As a Zillow Premier and Realtor.com specialist, Quick Realty is your trusted expert, handling everything from residential, commercial, and mountain properties to property management. Your dream home is just a call away. Let Quick Realty help you find it.
Having a great local pharmacy that you can rely on is important. At Price Family Pharmacy, transferring your prescriptions is simple and hassle-free. Just call us at 637-3737 and we'll take care of the rest. Need your medication delivered right to your door? We offer free delivery to make your life even easier. Managing multiple medications? Ask about our convenient med packing services to keep you organized and on track. Visit Price Family Pharmacy and experience a team that genuinely cares. Feel better about your pharmacy. Choose Price Family Pharmacy today.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
Picture this. A sudden burst pipe, flames engulfing your kitchen. Disaster strikes when you least expect it. But fear not, because Restore Wizard of Price is here to save the day. Their team of restoration experts is ready to tackle any fire or flood emergency from start to finish. They're not just here to fix the damage, they're here to restore your peace of mind. Don't let disaster catch you off guard. Call Restore Wizard of Price, 637-9165. Restore Wizard, the magic of a fresh start. The time is now to join the JN Auto Experience. Browse quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs at our Price or Huntington lots. JN Auto can even help you get financing. Get fast, expert mechanic service to keep your vehicle running smoothly. Treat your car to a spotless wash or make it shine with professional detailing. Even rent a car. All in one convenient stop. JN Auto. Driven forward.
Welcome to Emery and Carbon Animal Health, where Dr. Jensen and his staff greet you and your pet with caring smiles. Our exam rooms are clean and inviting. Our accredited doctors offer many procedures, including examinations, surgery, dentistry, and boarding. Schedule an appointment today. 2 locations to serve you. Emery and Carbon Animal Health. Animals big and small. We care for them all.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Our home flooded when the refrigerator line broke. We felt helpless, didn't know what to do. Our neighbors told us to call On Call Restore. They really came through for us.
Serving all of southeastern Utah, they're fast and professional. 24/7 emergency services for water, fire, and mold. They even do emergency board-ups. And as a licensed insured general contractor, they do the remodeling as well. Call for a free quote, 650-1092.
Bringing you peace of mind during the worst of times. Call On Call, 650-1092.
We'll be on our way.
Golfers, get ready for year-round fun at Swing and Swear. Step into the action with over 43,000 world-class courses to choose from. No passport required. Rain or shine, you can tee off indoors. Multiple bays, club rentals, tables, chairs, and concessions. It's the perfect spot to practice your game, celebrate with friends, or spend time with family. From the serious golfer to first-timers, everyone is welcome to join the fun. Swing and Swear, located just off Ridge Road. Call 299-6200 to schedule a tee time today.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back. Carbon Dino basketball, 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. And the starting 5 for the Delta Rabbits tonight will be number 0, Mason Robinson. He is a senior. Number 11, Brody Cleaver, the senior. Number 12, Bronco Bundy, senior. Number 23, Kobe Driggs. He's a senior. And number 25, Corver Pace, the junior. That's the starting 5 for Delta. The starting 5 for the Carbon Dinos tonight will be number 2, the senior Kyler Orth, averaging 11 points per game. Number 10, Carter Warburton, the senior, averaging 12.3 points per game. Number 4, Caleb Sorensen. He's a senior, averaging 4.3 points per game. Logan Bennett, number 24, the senior, averaging 11.2. And number 34, Ty Mortensen, the senior, averaging 8.7 points per game. That's the starting 5. The Dinos wear their white uniforms with the blue numbers. Tonight, Delta comes in with their red jerseys, red shorts with the white numbers, and we're ready to go. Dinos go right to left on your radio dial. For those of you listening on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play and watching along, here we go.
Going to be a good one, Sonny. I'm excited to see which team gets off to a hot start.
There's the tip, and it's control in the backcourt, and Delta has the first offensive possession of the game. We are underway. Bundy with the ball on the left side, now comes over the right side, hands it off. It goes to Pace. Pace hands it off over to Robinson. Robinson drives in, kicks it outside. Free throw line shot up, no good, in and out by Driggs, and the rebound Dinos. Here comes Warburton down the left side, brings it to the baseline, kicks it out to Mortensen, three-point line, baseline left. Drives inside, backboard, did not use the backboard. Thought he was going to use the glass, and he doesn't. He lays it right up and in over the rim, and 2 points for Mortensen. Dinos scored first 2-0.
Tyro blocks that baseline, able to go with the fancy up and in.
Robinson, nice pass underneath the Cleaver, and he'll lay it up and in. His first points of the ball game. We're tied at 2. Dinos turn the ball over on the fast break as it goes through Ort's hand. The first turnover of the ball game belongs to the Carbon Dinos. It'll be Delta basketball. Delta with it left side. Now it goes down low into the paint, lay it up and in. It's Cleaver. He got the ball at about the 15-foot line and then took it right to the basket, 4-2.
He's off to a hot start, Sonny. All 4 of Delta's points coming courtesy of him.
Turnover Dinos number 2. 2 and 2 possessions for the Dinos. And here comes the Rabbits of Delta the other way with the ball. It's Robinson left side. Swings it over on the left baseline. Here's a nice move to the basket by Pace. And he lays it up and in. And these are high percentage layups for Delta. They lead 6-2.
Yeah, no, they're feasting in the paint right now. Sonny and the Dinos not doing themselves any favor with how frequently they're turning the ball over.
Another turnover for the Dinos. That's 3 straight possessions without a shot at the basket. Drive inside, no good off the Dinos, as Bundy couldn't finish.
It was a wise move by Cleaver to throw the ball off the missed shot into the waiting arms of Bennett, who was planted out of bounds, allowing the Rabbits to continue their possession.
Shot from 3, air ball on the left baseline, saved by the Dinos. Nice play by Bennett. Ahead, Mortensen, he'll bring it up the floor, finds a gap all the way to the basket, lays it up and in. He's seen it. Ty's seen the opening at half court. His eyes got big.
Yeah, he saw it, and he got forward with a burst of speed. Sonny, he wasn't going to let that opportunity go to waste.
6-4. Delta with the basketball. With it, it's Bundy. Bundy with it, now hands it off. Goes to Robinson. To Pace. Pace drives in, guarded by Sorensen. Spin move in the paint by Driggs. 10 on the shot clock. Good defense by the Dinos. Down low, shot blocked by Orth. Trying to get the shot off was Cleaver. Fast break the other way. Nice pass by Warburton to a cutting Sorensen for the easy 2, and we're tied at 6.
And the Dinos come storming right back in. They shore up their defense. They get their offense going, and now they're looking ready to play.
3-point shot, baseline left. No good. That time by Driggs, and the rebound comes down to the Dinos. Here comes Sorensen to Bennett. Bennett, 3-point line left side. Picks up his dribble. Gives it to Orth. Orth now drives in the paint. Finds a gap. Off the glass and in.
Now Delta's overcommitting on these double teams. They tried to trap Bennett, but it leaves Orth wide open, a wise stutter step, and then he takes the right lane to the hoop. Goes up and in to take the first Dino lead of the contest.
4:50 left, first quarter, 8-6, Carbon. Nice move to the basket. All the way to the glass goes Bundy, and he gets the easy layup, and all these shots are high percentage layups right now.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch. These teams playing very fundamental.
Nice move by Orth. He went left, defender went right, and then Orth had a clean lane to the basket for the easy 2, 10-8 Dinos.
Oh, Sonny, get that kid a map. He is lost on the floor, courtesy of Orth.
Bundy with the ball, tip of the key. Picked up there by Bennett. Now between the circles, swings it right side, goes to Cleaver. Cleaver down low, kick it outside, 3-point shot for Pace, good. Corver Pace has 5 in the ball game, first 3 of the game, and it's 11-10 Delta lead. Orth with the cross-court pass goes to Bennett on the right side baseline. Ball fake, drives inside, lays it up and in. All these shots, I can't believe how easy all these shots are. They're high percentage shots, and it's a 12-11 Dino lead.
Now, it's a game where defense is kind of lacking early on, but it's a high-scoring affair, and that's the style of play the Dinos bring.
Cleaver in the paint, shot up, no good, whistle on the foul. Shot hit the bottom of the rim, but bailed out with the foul. And to the free throw line to shoot 2 will be Brody Cleaver. He has 4 in the ball game. The senior, 6'4". Where's number 11? Will go to the line to shoot 2. 3:48 left to play, first quarter. Carbon up 1, 12-11.
Now, Sonny, the officiating crew has sent the message early. This is going to be allowed to be a physical game. They're letting them play down there, and that's the style of basketball I like. They allow a lot of bumping, a lot of shoving, but they are going to keep it in check.
First free throw up and no good. Score remains 12-11. Dinos up by 1 with 3:48 left to play in the first quarter. Cleaver's second shot is good. He has 5 in the game, 1 for 2 from the free throw line on that trip. 1 for 2 as a team. We're tied at 12. Mortensen with the ball on the right wing. Gives it to Bennett between the circles. Now finds a little gap, drives inside, puts up a shot. No good, whistle and a foul on Bundy.
And he did a good job getting Bundy to wrap his arm around him as he went up for the shot, baiting the foul out of him. We saw that early on in the Delta games last year. Bundy, a spectacular scorer, but he is a little foul prone. But he's cleaned that up as he's headed into his senior campaign. But right there, Logan Bennett made sure old habits died hard.
First free throw by Logan is up and good. He has 3 in the ball game.
Colstead checking in to the game in favor of Pace, who heads to the bench.
Colstead's a senior, averaging 2.6 points per game. Second free throw up and no good. Both teams 1 for 2 from the line. Offensive rebounds. for the Dinos as Bozzoni checking into the ball game along with Griffith. Gives it over to the right side. It goes to Bennett. Turnover for the Dinos, number 4. Fast break, 2-on-2 all the way. Goaltending.
Yeah,
Good call.
I can see why. The ball was sitting on the back iron. Mortensen goes up, still trying to make the defensive play. Shot probably would have fallen otherwise, but the officials wisely call that a goaltend. Delta retakes the lead, 14-13.
Mason Robinson with the basket for the Delta Rabbits, 14-13. 3:12 left to play. First quarter, Bennett in the paint, kicks it outside. Mortensen from the free throw line left, no good. Rebound comes down to Delta, and we come the other way. Fast break down the floor is Bundy. Bundy swings it over to the left side. It goes to Kolstey. Down low. Cleaver back outside. 3-point shot up no good by Robinson. Offensive rebound blocked out of bounds by Mortensen. The offensive board by Cleaver. He put it back up. Mortensen says nope. Out of bounds, and it will belong to Delta on the baseline.
And we talked about how smart Ty was about keeping these balls in play when he blocks the shot. That's one of those moments, though, where he as a leader sets the tone with a block. An empathetic swat out of bounds gets the fans on their feet and gets the Dinos bench fired up.
Logan Curtis comes in for Bennett. Here's a shot, tan on the baseline right by Robinson, air ball. The Dinos come the other way, and the Dinos got away with the travel.
They did. They definitely did.
Bozzoni with the ball. Swings it over to the right side. It goes to Withers. Down to Mortensen. Bounce pass underneath to Griffith. Shot up, no good. Whistle and a foul. 2 shots for the Dinos as Logan Curtis, cutting to the basket, gets seen, and he goes to the line to shoot 2.
And Logan Curtis is a very underrated player on this Dinos team. Only a junior, averaging 1.2 points per game. But he is so effective in crashing the glass, in baiting fouls out of opponents. I like seeing him on the floor just for the energy he brings.
Getting more playing time.
He's definitely earning it.
Yes. Coming into the ball game will be Warburton.
So the Dinos looking to match the lineup of Delta. Both of them running small ball looks right now as Mortensen heads to the bench. Driggs, the 6'8 center for Delta, also sitting currently.
So we got Orth, Griffith, Curtis, Warburton, Bozzoni. 5 on the floor for the Dinos. Second free throw up and good for the Carbon Dinos. 3 for 4 from the line and a 15-14 Dino lead. In the paint, the shot up no good. Whistle and a foul as Cleaver will go to the line to shoot 2.
Bit of a later whistle on that one, but you can definitely see the excessive contact on the play.
It's to the free throw line to shoot 2. Brody Cleaver's got 5 in the ball game. The senior averaging 7.6 points per game.
1 of 2 on his last trip, Sonny. Looking to improve that efficiency on this second trip.
Free throw number 1 up and good. Orth comes out. Bennett in for the Carbon Dinos. 2:19 left to play first quarter, tied at 15. Good one so far here at Carbon High School. Great way to spend a Friday evening watching Carbon Dino basketball or listening to Carbon Dino basketball, whatever you're doing. Second free throw up is good as well. 3 for 4 from the line.
Oh.
Wow, what a move by Bozzoni. As he goes to the basket, a little under shovel layup, I guess is what you could call it. 17-16, Dinos up 1.
Yeah, a little circus action, Sonny. Bozzoni elevates and is able to get the fancy finish at the rim.
Robinson for 3 down the barrel, short. Gets his own rebound. Swings over to the right side to Pace. Pace on the baseline right, picked up by Warburton playing aggressive defense. Pace finds an open Robinson. 3-point shot, baseline left, no good. Rebound Griffith. Here come the Dinos the other way, fast break. 3-on-2, now 3-on-3. Warburton kicks it outside to Bozzoni. Bozzoni makes a move inside, finds Griffith on the baseline left. Back outside it goes to Bozzoni on the baseline left. Now he tries to find an opening as Griffith cutting to the basket, but a turnover on the pass, and we come the other way. 17-16, Dinos up 1 minute, 20 left first.
Tried to slip it through. Delta made the right read.
Down on the baseline with his Cleaver. He loses it. Turnover number 2 for the Delta Rabbits. Dinos down the floor. Warburton for 3. Short off the front of the rim. No good from the left baseline, but the rebound Bozzoni. Offensive board. Dino gets another chance. 59 on the game clock. 30 on the shot clock. Curtis drives in. Kicks it outside. Bennett for 3. No. Rebound comes down to the Rabbits.
And I like the action by Bennett afterward, trying to chase down that offensive board, but 3 Rabbits around him, wisely backs off, doesn't go for the foul.
Rawlinson with the defensive rebound. Now on the baseline with the ball, kicks it outside. 3-point shot, baseline left, good. Mason Robinson, he has 5 in the ball game. 19-17 Delta. Shot clock off.
And Carbon, if they want, has the opportunity for the last shot, but we know they're not ones to pass up an open look.
Bennett, turnaround shot from 5, good on the baseline left. Bennett has 5.
My point exactly. If they have an opening, they have a shot they're feeling comfortable with, that's what Coach Brower wants them taking.
19-19, down to 8 seconds. Delta with the ball on the baseline, drive in, and a blocking foul on Carbon. It's going to be on Bennett.
And I can understand it, didn't have his feet fully set, and we always talk about it, Sonny. It's one of the hardest calls to make for an official in basketball. It's akin to pass interference in football. It's just hard to make that guy. There's so many factors that go into whether it's a charge or a block, but both of them have major momentum implications.
Driggs in for Cleaver.
With 4.6 seconds left, Sonny, I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to loft it over the top. He stands much taller than everyone on the floor.
Called it on the ground. 3-point shot, baseline left, up and no good by Colsty. And the rebound comes down to the Dinos. And that's how quarter number 1 ends, and it was a good one. We've played one here at Carbon High School. It's a 19-19 tie with the Delta Rabbits. When we come back here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
What the Utah Miners Hospital offers is relatively unique in the country to help take care of people who have really dedicated their careers, their lives to hard work.
I have torn rotator cuffs in my shoulders. Honestly, I don't remember everything I've had done. I think I've had to wait 10 minutes one time. It's amazing that there's a fund out there. You have no medical bills.
If you're ready and you need us, please give us a call. We're happy to help.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back, Carbon Dino Basketball. Good quarter of basketball here at Carbon High School, tied at 19. It started out with a lot of high percentage shots being made, and you know, the offense was moving the ball, and they were getting good looks at the basket. It wasn't necessarily bad defense. I think it was just good offense, working the ball in and getting good looks at the basket.
That it was, Sonny. We saw a clash of styles. Delta's more methodical, half-court-based offense, and the Dinos running to the races as we always see them do. It's been fun to see how they combat each other.
Sonny Boscarini and Aiden Mortensen bring you the action here from Carbon High School over in the corner. Here's Warburton for 3. Shot up and no good from the right baseline. Rebound Delta.
And to open it up, Ty Mortensen uses his body on a box out as more of a screen to open up Carter. Unfortunately, unable to connect.
Drive the baseline, kick it out. 3-point shot down the barrel, up and no good. That time by Delta, but the offensive rebound. Colsty couldn't get the 3 to go. Pace with the ball on the right side. Pass goes down low to Driggs. Back to the basket and a turnover. Number 3 for Delta. Fast break the other way, knocked out of bounds, and that's a good hustle play by Caden Colsty to get back on defense and knock that ball out of bounds. That was going to be an easy 2.
You can see his defensive back instincts kick in. Sonny, he threw that as if he was trying to tip it away from an open receiver.
And it comes. Bennett from 10. Off the glass, no. Whistle and over the back foul on the Rabbits.
I can definitely see it. Not only was it an over the back, you saw a little shove on the back of Ty as he goes moving forward. Does a good job selling it with the head movement. Dinos get to maintain possession, effectively an offensive board.
Team foul number 1, personal foul number 1 on Driggs. And it comes to Bennett. Shot from the baseline right from 10, no good. Short, rebound Delta.
Interesting play design, lofting it up to Mortensen, who immediately on the grab throws it down to Bennett for the shot. I like it.
Down low it goes into the paint to Rawlinson. And then a turnover for Delta. That's number 4. So Carbon with 5, Delta with 4 on the turnover side, and the Dinos with the basketball.
And Kobe Driggs responsible for the last 2 Delta turnovers. First one got the ball down too low, had it whacked away by Bennett. That time just unable to corral a pass.
Warburton for 3 from the wing right, no good. And the rebound comes down to Delta. Both teams kind of cooled down a little bit on the offensive side here to start the second quarter. Still tied at 19.
And they're still taking high percentage looks. The shots just aren't falling as much as they were in quarter number 1.
Robinson goes down to Rawlinson in the paint. Shot up, no. Bounced around. Rebound comes down to Mortensen. Here come the Dinos the other way. Delta gets back on defense. Sorensen with it. Stops at the top circle. Picks up his dribble. Gives it to Mortensen 15 feet from the basket. Cross court pass to Warburton, fakes the three, drives inside, shot blocked out of bounds. He went to the basket, was going to use glass. Coming over to make the block is Driggs.
Well, it tried.
We have a foul? What do we got?
Timeout.
Timeout.
He tried to slay the Giants, Sonny, trying to climb the arms of 6'8" Driggs, but unlike Jack and the Beanstalk, the Giant comes away with the victory, swatted back down to earth. Hard to go up against a tall shot blocker like that.
6:14 left to play first half. We're tied at 19, leading the way for Delta. Brody Cleaver, he's got 7 points in the ball game. Pace has 5. Robinson has 5. Bundy with 2. For the Carbon Dinos, leading the way is Bennett with 5. Orth with 4. Mortensen with 4. Bazzoni with 2. And Sorensen with 2. That's how we sit right now, tied at 19. Coming out on the floor for the Dinos will be Orth, Warburton, Bennett, Mortensen, Sorensen. It's a 5 on the floor for the Dinos. Coming out for Delta, we will have Cleaver. Also, we'll have Rollinson, Pace, Driggs, Kolsty. That's the 5 on the floor for Delta. 6:14 left to play in the first half, tied at 19. Warburton will throw the ball in on the baseline.
Waiting for a shot clock reset, it looks like. Either that or we're seeing a pom-pom-based officials timeout, something which we've seen a lot this year.
Yep.
That and blood have been the two most common causes.
19 on the shot clock. We got some burnt out lights on the shot clock down on this left side.
Well, Sonny, it's one of those weeks where, school is out for winter break, and apparently so is the scoreboard. Don't blame it. That thing has been working hard all year long, and now gets a well-deserved rest after this contest. And, yep, pom-poms.
Do a little floor maintenance, and we're ready to go. Warburton throws it into Bennett. Bennett to Sorensen. Swings it over the right side. Mortensen. Mortensen drives in the lane. Slam dunk! About 5 feet from the basket. He takes off and slams it home. He's got 6 in the ball game. 21-19. Dinos lead by 2.
Well, you talk about momentum-shifting plays, Sonny. My goodness, put him on a poster, young man.
But Delta comes right back, and Cleaver uses glass. Gets the momentum. Gets the gym to quiet down. 21-21. Warburton in the paint. Traveled. Just slid that pivot foot just ever so much. And the turnover for the Dinos, and we go the other way with 5:39 left to play, tied at 21.
That wasn't a rim-grazing dunk either, Sonny. That was a earth-shattering throwdown courtesy of Ty. My goodness, the way the gym erupted, one of the biggest pops we've heard from Carbon High this season.
Pace with the ball, swings it right side to Robinson. Cross-court pass goes to Colstree. Down low, reverse layup, good. Man, Brody Cleaver's having a game. He has 11 in the ball game. We have a whistle.
And you got to give a lot of credit to Delta. They are on the receiving end of a momentum-shifting play, but they respond in the best way possible. They rattle off a 4-0 run of their own to answer back, and now they've retaken the lead, 23-21. Delta does a good job. This is a very well-coached team. They're very well composed on the floor.
Bazzoni with the ball, hands it off. Cash Withers checked into the ball game. Nice pass down underneath to Bennett for an easy 2, and he has 7. We're tied at 23. We go back and forth. Driggs with the ball, swings it over the right side, goes to Robinson. Robinson down on the baseline to Rollinson. Turnover, number 5 for Delta. We come the other way. Fast break ahead of the pack. Cash Withers, and he'll lay it up and in. 25-23. Dinos got the lead back.
And it was a good job by the Dinos. They respond in kind. It's a game of runs, and right now neither team wanting to budge.
Rabbits with the ball on the baseline. Losing possession of it once again. Colstree, and we come back the other way. Dinos with it. They'll throw it away.
But a whistle on it, and they're going to call it on the ground. It was a good job by Griffith. He tried to recover it, tried to throw the pass cross court, but soared over the head. But he was hit while doing it, so the Dinos going to get a chance to set up along the baseline.
Fouls on Kolsty. In it comes. Griffith with the ball for the Carbon Dinos. Swings it over the right side. Bazzoni fakes the 3, drives in, bounce pass to Bennett. Bennett down to Mortensen, lay it up and in. Nice ball movement by the Dinos. And Mortensen, kind of like playing a receiver in football. He just found that opening, and they got it to him for the easy 2. 27-23. Dinos up 4. Turnover for Delta. Here come the Dinos back the other way. Momentum is switched. Dinos up 4. Bennett thought about the 3. Finds a gap. Drives inside. Nice block from behind by Rawlinson.
That was a smart move, too. He's able to get over the top and leave his hand up on there.
Beautiful pass by Pace. But they can't finish. As we come to the other side, Dinos come back the other way. Bennett's fouled at the basket. Nice pass by Bozzoni. Bennett will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. The Rabbits had an opportunity for 2 on the other end, but they couldn't make the easy layup. Now the Dinos have a chance at the free throw line to extend this lead to 6 with 3:48 left to play in the first half.
This is an exciting game,
yeah,
Sonny.
It's good.
This has been such a blast already. Both teams playing some of their best basketball we've seen this season, especially Carbon. They look calm out there, Sonny. This feels like a different team than who we saw Wednesday. That's what makes this team so special. They do an excellent job in settling the ship. Yeah, they're going to have rough patches, but it feels like they're always able to settle things. And right now, the Dinos just playing spectacular basketball.
Well, the Dinos have 7 players scoring so far tonight. Delta with 4, led by Brody Cleaver with 11. The Dinos leading the way. Ty Mortensen, he has 8.
And he had that empathetic dunk over 2 or 3 Delta defenders, got the gym on their feet, and he's been his normal self defensively as well. He does a good job impacting shots in the presence. It's one of those things where you can't judge a shot blocker based on how often they're getting block shots. That's a major part of it. But you can see that when they're on the floor, a hesitancy from opposing players to try and drive in. When Ty's in, it feels like there's a little more fear to try and go in there and challenge him.
27-23 Dinos. At the free throw line to shoot 2, Logan Bennett. Logan with 7 in the ball game. Gets the bounce, make it 8. Dinos 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Second free throw is good as well. He has 9. 29-23, Dinos up 6, 3:48 left to play.
And again, a balanced scoring effort, Sonny. You look through, and nearly every Dinos player who's seen the floor has scored.
First half action. Pass goes down low, goes to Rawlinson. Swing it over the right side, down low. On the block, it goes to Driggs. Driggs down to Rawlinson. Shot blocked by Mortensen. We come the other way. Ahead to Sorensen. Lay it up and in. Sorensen has 4. Dinos up 8, 31-23 with 3:20 left to play in the first half.
And they've come to play, Sonny. They want to go into Christmas break with a victory under their belts.
Swing it down to the left side. It goes to Schertz, who just checked into the ball game. For Delta, thought about the 3. Picked up by Orth. Down low it goes to Rawlinson. Ball knocked away and a whistle and a foul. That is the first foul of the quarter against the Dinos, and there's 3:02 left to play. So the Dinos can play a real aggressive defense here in this last 3 minutes.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch. You can definitely see why the foul was whistled, catches him on the hand, but overall, a very smart defensive day for Carbon.
Knocked out off the Dinos. Mortensen getting his hand in.
He's so good at tracking the ball. He knows where these players are going to throw it, and now Delta set up with a less favorable position trying to inbound along the sideline.
Rawlinson throws it in. And it comes to Bundy. Down low. Shot off the glass. No good by Driggs. Rebound. Dinos. It goes to Bozzoni. Fast break. 3-on-3. Bozzoni goes all the way. Tries to get outside to Sorensen. And it's picked off for a turnover. Number 7 for the Dinos. We come the other way for Delta. On the baseline. Here's a runner. Won't go by Pace. Shot up and good on the offensive rebound by Bundy. He has 4. 31-25. Dinos up 6.
And Bundy getting his scoring started. He's got 4, but once he gets going, he's a real threat.
Whistle, foul on the ground. Orth tried to make a move to the basket, whistle and a foul. Team foul number 4 on Delta. Checking into the ball game. Schertz back into the ball game. Coming out will be Rawlinson. Foul was on Rawlinson, his second. Warburton will throw it in on the baseline. Coming into the ball game, Bennett. and Curtis. Coming out of the ball game, Orth and Bazzoni. For the Carbon Dinos, Warburton throws it in on the baseline. Dinos up 6, 2:24 left to play first half. Bennett to Warburton. Swings it outside. Curtis for 3. Good from the baseline right. Curtis comes into the game and hits a quick 3 from the right baseline. 34-25. Dinos up 9.
And that's what he does so well as a player, Sonny. He can come in and have an immediate impact.
Pace with the ball. Down low it goes. It goes to Schertz. Kicks it outside. 3-point shot. Good by Robinson. He has 8. So they answer the 3 back. Cuts it back down to 6. 34-28. Under 2 left to play first half. Sorensen with the ball. Gives it to Mortensen. Free throw line. Kicks it outside to Bennett on the right wing. Bennett goes around a screen set by Mortensen. Pass down low. Tried to get it to Sorensen. Good idea. Just out of his reach, out of bounds. And turnover number 8 for the Dinos. It goes back over to Delta. 34-28. Minute 42 left to play first half.
And on Robinson's last made 3, Sonny, he turned around. He had some words for the student section. They've been jawing him all night, and he had a chance to get his back.
Bundy down on the baseline, goes to Schertz down in the baseline. Now it goes to Driggs in the paint. Shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound, whistle, and a foul over the back. Team foul number 5 on Delta, and we will shoot free throws. We come back down to the other end. 5-1 with a minute 29 left to play. And this is really where you can roll up your shirt and play some really tough defense for the Dinos because they only have 1 foul.
Oh, yeah, you can slap, you can hip check a little more. You can get very aggressive here because that foul situation really not going to come into an impact for you.
Free throw up and good by Mortensen. He has 9. 6 for 7 from the free throw line tonight, much better than the other night. 35-28, second free throw up, and it's good as well. 10 for Mortensen, double digits. 7 for 8 as a team for the Dinos. Full court pressure being applied by Carbon. Delta breaks it. Goes to Bundy. Bundy drives all the way to the basket. Hard off the glass, no good. Rebound comes down to Bennett, ahead to Sorensen, and he dribbled it off Delta. Dinos will retain possession with a minute 15 left to play. Thought they had an easy 2 there.
If you look at the last defensive possession, though, Ty does a good job playing mind games, fakes the go in for the charge, and instead goes up for the shot block.
Warburton fakes the 3, drives in, kicks it to Bennett from 10. Baseline right, no good. Rebound comes down to Driggs. Driggs to Pace. Pace to Bundy. Back to Pace. Swing it over to the left side. This is Robinson for 3. Good. He has 11. 2 quick threes by Robinson, and it's back to 5. 36-31, under a minute left to play first half. Warburton gives it over to Sorensen, to Mortensen, to Curtis for 3. Same spot last time. Good again. He has 7. He likes that baseline right. It's 39-31. Dinos up 8. 34 seconds and running left to play. 5-second difference in the game clock, shot clock. In the paint, little runner, air ball. No good by Pace. Goes to Bennett. Here come the Dinos. Bennett outside of Warburton, drives to baseline, lays it up and in, and a blocking foul. Count it. Warburton's going to go to the free throw line for a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, talk about making your first basket of the game in a major way. Carter soars over 2 defenders trying to draw the charge and still gets the finish despite heavy contact from beneath.
Delta bench does not like that call. Free throw by Warburton is up and good. He gets a 3-point play. That's an 11-point lead, biggest lead of the game for the Dinos. 42-31, clock says 13, another turnover for Delta. Fast break, Warburton to Sorensen. Down to Bennett, shot up, no good. Rebound, Mortensen. 3 seconds, 2. Warburton takes the shot at the buzzer. Halfway down, and it popped out. That was halfway down, Aiden, and it pops out.
Oh, and it wasn't even like he set himself to shoot that, Sonny. He caught and popped as soon as he could from NBA range. Nearly gets it to fall at the buzzer, but the Dinos able to claim an 11-point lead heading into halftime, Sonny. 42-31. My goodness, the offense firing on all cylinders and the defense not far behind. I've loved what I've seen from the Dinos tonight.
So the Dinos have a pretty good first quarter, tied 19. They have an exceptional second quarter, and they will go into half with a 42-31 lead. We'll come back with some stats and talk a little bit about the first half and what we expect in the second on the Castle Valley Orthodontics Halftime Show. When we return, it's the Dinos 42 and the Rabbits of Delta 31.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Smith. After 6 years as a nurse, I've learned that sometimes our bodies just need a little extra support. That's what IV therapy can do. It can help you bounce back quicker after an illness, recover faster after a workout, ease migraines, and even improve focus and energy. Think of it as giving your body a direct line to the hydration and nutrients it needs to feel its best. I'd love to help you find the right blend for your goals. Reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram at wellness.iv.utah.
Looking for the perfect mattress? We've got you covered. At Bill's Home Furnishings, we have the largest selection of mattresses in eastern Utah, including the highly rated Serta Perfect Sleeper. And when it comes to price, we're competitive with anywhere in the state. But we're more than just mattresses. From quality furniture and home accessories to reliable appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. Stop by Bill's Home Furnishings today, where selection, savings, and service meet. Right here in eastern Utah.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At AirTemp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call AirTemp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Welcome to the Carbon Dinos Halftime Report, brought to you by Castle Valley Orthodontics. Call 637-2222 and schedule your free consultation for a smile that will last a lifetime.
Welcome back to the Castle Valley Orthodontics Halftime Show. It's the Dinos 42 and Delta 31. At the end of one, tied at 19, the Dinos outscored Delta 23-12 in the second quarter, take a 42-31 lead.
And my goodness, Sonny, what a game this has been so far. Both teams playing spectacular basketball, but the Dinos in that second quarter felt like they were near unstoppable. So much action on the floor. Loved what I saw from the Dinos as a whole. You look through the stats, Sonny, nearly every player on the Dinos who has seen the floor tonight has been able to impact the game in some capacity, and most of them even being able to score.
So we'll take a look at scoring by individuals. First for Delta, and just chime in as I go down the list here. Leading the way for Delta is the senior wearing number 0, Mason Robinson. He's averaging 9.9 points per game. He has 11 in the first half, along with Brody Cleaver, the senior, averaging 7.6 points per game. He has 11 as well.
And they've been the players, Sonny, who have been really able to settle the ship for the for the Rabbits as they've gone into that sketchy second half. They were the ones who were able to help ignite some mini runs to help keep Delta competitive, but they need some more help from their supporting cast. One player who we haven't seen have a major impact offensively yet today has been Bronco Bundy, nor Kobe Driggs. Kobe Driggs stands at 6'8", and he's had several opportunities to jump up and dump it in, but he's just been unable to early on, and that's in part thanks to the great defense that Ty Mortensen brings.
Cleaver, Robinson with 11 each, and then we have Pace with 5, Bundy with 4. So only 4 Delta players have scored in the first half. They were 3 for 4 from the free throw line, and they had 8 turnovers in the first half. Take a look at the Carbon Dinos leading the way in the first half. Ty Mortensen had an incredible first half. Blocks, baskets, dunks, everything under the sun. He had 11 points in the first half.
And he has played spectacular, Sonny. I've loved what I've seen from him. He's his normal defensive self. But this game, it's felt like he's been more confident in himself on the offensive side of things, really creating a lot of opportunities for not just himself, but teammates. He's moving the ball very effectively. He's being a nice conduit to try and move the ball from corner to corner, trying to beat the Delta defense.
Senior Logan Bennett with 9 points in the first half, along with Logan Curtis coming off the bench with 2 big threes. There in the second quarter, he has 7.
And it's been a fun game, Sonny. All of these players getting involved in the action. The Dinos play as an effective team unit. There's not one player who tries to make this all about themselves. All of them go for what's going to be best for the team.
Orth with 4, Sorensen with 4, Warburton with 3, had a 3-point play. Bazzoni with 2, Withers with 2 for the Carbon Dinos, for a total of 42 points. They shot 8 for 9 from the free throw line. That will make Coach Brower happy.
Yeah, no, that's one of his things this season is he wants an effective team at the charity stripe, and tonight they've done just that, missing a sole shot. I've loved what I've seen from the Dinos so far. I'm hoping that they're going to be able to come fired up out of this halftime break and continue what we saw in the second.
8 turnovers for the Dinos. That's the stats in the first half, and we can check some scores from around the state, Aiden, here on a Friday night. A lot of basketball tonight.
That we can, Sonny. We're seeing a lot of strange pairings. One of the ones right now, Valley up over North Sevier, 23-22, a 1A, 2A matchup. Bonneville beating North Sanpete, 43-32. Early in the third, South Sevier up over Enterprise, 35-27. Kanab beating Grand by 5 at half, 28-23. And that's the scores we have from around the state currently.
So it's halftime here at Carbon High School. You're listening to the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show. Dinos leading 42-31 over the Rabbits. We'll take a break. When we come back, more.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a 4-legged word.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back to the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show. Dinos leading 42-31 over Delta here in the first half. A good first half of basketball for the Carbon Dinos. We are ready for the start of the third quarter. Starters on the floor for both teams, and we're ready to go.
And the Dinos looking to continue their spectacular showing in the second quarter, looking to not stop that train anytime soon.
Pace with the ball, gives it over to Bundy. Bundy down low, shot up off the glass, no good. Out of bounds, and the Dinos goes off the Dinos.
And we talked
Delta will retain possession.
We talked about Kobe Driggs normally scoring 10 points per game, being held scoreless. That was another example of that. Gets the matchup, and he's just unable to convert.
Down low. Kick it back outside. It's Pace. Pace from about 20. Shot no good. Offensive board, put back Cleaver. So he picks up right where he left off. 13 now in the ball game. 42-33.
And it's not like he's getting wide open shots. He's getting his rewards off of the offensive glass.
Warburton for three. Won't go. From the left wing, and the rebound comes down to Delta. Coming down with the boards, Driggs. Rapids come down the left side with the basketball to Bundy. Bundy, three-point shot from there. Long. Offensive rebound underneath. Knocked away. Controlled by the Dinos. Fast break the other way, and they'll throw it out of bounds for a turnover. Turnover Dinos, it's number 9. Ball goes back to Delta, 42-33, 7:08 left to play third.
Now, we've talked to Coach Brower about this before. The Dinos have points where they can be very turnover prone, but with the fast pace of offense they play, that's something he's told us that he's okay with a few turnovers like that.
Driggs down low off the glass and in. He gets his first points of the ball game. He must have heard you
at
halftime when you said he's been non-existent. He scores quickly. Well, he's been non-existent on the offensive side of the ball. He's played good defense.
No, defense, he has been lights out.
Bennett for three. No. Rebound comes down to Delta. Underneath to get the board, it's Cleaver. Head they come down to the right side. It's Bundy, three-point line. Picked up by Warburton. Cross-court pass goes to Robinson. Touch pass down underneath. Reverse layup good by Cleaver. He's got 15. 4 in the quarter. 42-37. Timeout, Carbon.
And a wise timeout call.
11-point lead has been cut to 5 quickly on a 6-0 run to start the third quarter for Delta.
Yeah, and that's a wise call by Coach Brower. Delta comes out, and they're swinging for the fences, and it's been working. They've got it back down to a 2-possession game. Delta really doesn't want to make that long bus ride home with a loss hanging over their heads, so they're doing everything they can, namely Brody Cleaver. He has been spectacular, Sonny. He gets a lot of opportunities by crashing the offensive glass, but there are times where he just feels like he has no one in front of him as he darts to the basket for some easy lay-ins.
Delta 7-3. Won their last 2 games. The Dinos 4-5. 1-1 in their last 2 games. Dinos basketball.
And the Dinos they're going to just settle the ship here. They needed to just take a deep breath, settle into what you're doing. Let the ball flow like it was in the first half. You're playing a little out of kilter right now. You're playing a little against your style. Settle the tides, and just play your brand of basketball.
If you're listening on 95.3, Dinos go left to right on your dial. Nice bounce pass by Mortensen. Ahead to Orth, but he can't get the layup to go, and the rebound comes down Delta. Whistle.
And they're going to call
foul on Sorensen.
Yeah, he took a little bump and shove as he's running up the floor. One of those uncalled for fouls that coaches really aren't going to be too pleased to look back at. You're going to hear about that one in film.
Team foul number 1 for the Dinos. Delta with the ball on the baseline. With it, it's Cleaver back to the basket. Here's a shot from 10, up and no good by Driggs. Gets his own rebound. Bounce pass down low. Shot up by Cleaver, no good. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Brody Cleaver is getting great position on that low block.
He is battling hard, Sonny. You gotta respect what he's able to do there. He stands at 6'4", so he definitely does have a height advantage, but he's so strong as well.
Free throw, rims around, no good.
And that's been the lone flaw in his game today. He's been struggling a bit at the charity stripe.
3 for 5 from the free throw line tonight as a team for Delta. Second free throw to come. 42-37, Dinos up by 5. Second free throw by Cleaver is up. And good. 16 in the ball game. 42-38. Bizzoni with the ball down the left side. Checking into the game. Now gives it over to Bennett. Bennett to Mortensen at the free throw line. Faces the basket. Now backs up, works his way in, kicks it outside of Bizzoni. Wing left. Bennett, free throw line, hands it off to Mortensen. Back to Orth. Orth finds a little gap, puts it up, can't get it to go. That was a tough shot. He almost made it. Rebound, Delta. Delta has come out in the second half and set the tone. Pass down low, goes to Bundy. Bundy double teamed in the paint, kicks it outside. Shot down the barrel, no good. Bundy with the miss and the rebound, Dinos.
And the Dinos lucky he hasn't been on his A game tonight because that was wide open from beyond the arc.
Warburton with the ball, three-point line. Goes around the screen, drives in the paint, has it knocked away, ball on the ground, turnover Carbon. Number 10 in the game. Second in the second half, 42-38, 4:45 and running. Dinos with the lead, Delta with the ball. Pace with it, three-point line, nice pass down. The pass to Driggs, and then Driggs found Cleaver wide open on the baseline. He has 18 points in the ballgame.
And the positioning of Driggs was spectacular. Sucks Mortensen up on that high post, opens up a lane right along the baseline that he takes advantage of.
42-40, Mortensen from 15, won't go. Rebound comes down to Cleaver.
And a lot of physicality. That's been the brand of basketball for both teams this game.
Knocked out of bounds. Foul on Carbon. Team foul number 2.
Going to whistle that one against Bennett.
Curtis, Griffith into the ball game. Orth and Sorensen, Warburton also out of the ball game.
Yeah, you need some fresh legs on the floor right now.
42-40. Delta with the basketball. Bounce pass down low. Goes to Driggs. He'll put it up and in. They're finding success in the paint. 42-42. They have outscored Carbon 11-0 here in the third quarter. Bazzoni finds a gap. Whistle. Foul. 2 free throws. Jackson go to the free throw line.
And even though he loses the ball, he has a chance to break that goose egg. Take the lid off the basket, if you will. That's going to be something that would be very valuable to the Dinos right now.
Yeah, 40. I'm sorry, go ahead.
If he's able to get these shots to fall, it makes it so everyone else can really get that scoring going.
Free throw, good. It touched every part of the basketball rim it possibly could. And it drops in 9 for 10, 4-18. For the Dinos from the line, one more free throw to come for Bazzoni. 43-42, Dinos up 1. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Delta, out of bounds, Carbon ball.
And trying to go up and grab it was Bundy, but he gets tripped up on his own feet. Instead, ball goes rolling out of bounds.
Curtis throws it in for the Dinos. Bennett to Bazzoni, back to Curtis, to Bennett. Baseline right, three-point line. Knocked away, saved, nice play.
Smooth as silk behind the back for Jet Rawlinson, keeps the play alive.
Delta with the basketball. Perimeter passing, goes to Robinson. Robinson drives in, stops from about 8, up and good over Mortensen. Robinson has 13, 44-43, Delta with the lead. Good third quarter for the Rabbits.
I think better than good. This is spectacular, Sonny.
Bazzoni with the ball. Three-point line. Swings it over to Curtis. Curtis picks up his dribble back to Bazzoni on the wing left. Mortensen, tip to the key. Bounce pass underneath. Out of bounds. Off Carbon. Turnover. Number 12.
And the Dinos just not looking the same. We talked about it pregame, Sonny. There always feels like there's one bad quarter for the Dinos. Luckily, they had the padding to make this still just a one-point game. But you want to see more, especially after how well that first half went. To only have 1 point through the first 5 minutes of play, not the best look.
Right. And it comes for Delta. 2:50 left to play in the third. 44-43, past the half-court stripe. Here's a pass down low, shot up off the glass, no good by Cleaver. Nice defense that time by the Dinos.
It was a good job by Orth. Gets the block, stays aggressive and active on the defensive side of things. He looks like he's wanting to get out there and play.
Rollinson down low.
They got him with the elbow.
Yep.
Gotta love the elbow, Sonny. That's one of my favorite calls in any sport.
44-43,
football, basketball, cross country. I love it all.
44-43. Dinos down 1. 2:35 left to play third. Bizzoni with the ball in the left wing. Gives it off to Griffith. Back to Bizzoni. Picked up there by Robinson. 3-point line left. Pass down underneath, whistle, and the foul on the ground. Team foul number 3 on Delta.
So Carbon could find themselves in some foul advantage if Delta continues this hard-nosed style play that they brought all game. If they can get themselves some easy trips to the line, I don't see any better way for them right now to help cut back in and retake this lead.
Robinson has his second foul and a turnover by the Dinos. Delta comes the other way with the basketball. It's Bundy. Bundy on the right side. Cross-court pass goes to Robinson. Robinson finds a little gap in the lane. Pass to Cleaver. Whistle and a foul on the ground. They're driving into the basket, and they're finding Cleaver point blank right now. And they've done it this whole quarter.
And he's been so effective at it, Sonny. It's one of those things, it goes across every sport. If they aren't going to stop it, you keep running it. And they just haven't been able to stop point blank shots.
Warburton, Bennett, Mortensen comes back into the game along with Bizzoni and Bennett on the floor for the Carbon Dinos. Robinson will throw it in, and it comes to Driggs. Back to Robinson for 3. No good. Offensive rebound. Driggs underneath. Puts it up and in. He has 6. 46-43 Delta.
Talk about a second half performance for Kobe Driggs. He goes scoreless in the first. Now he's got 6 in the third alone.
Whistle on the blocking foul. Team foul number 4. Foul on Bundy.
Whatever was said in the Delta locker room at halftime, Sonny, has obviously been working. They turned an 11-point halftime deficit into a 3-point advantage with 1:49 left in the third. The Dinos looking a little lost.
Third foul on Bundy. Inbounds pass controlled by Delta. What do we got? Referee's going to talk it over. Foul on Bennett.
That's his third foul too, Sonny. So flirting with foul trouble right now as they prepare to head into the fourth. That's a situation where we see him, when he gets those third and fourth fouls, he plays very smartly the rest of the game.
Both teams with 4 fouls will shoot free throws the rest of the quarter. There's 1:39 left to play. Nice drive to the basket, put it up and in. Kolste comes into the basketball game and makes his presence known quick. 48-43 Delta. Dinos with 2 points in the quarter. 1:26 left to play. Turnover for the Dinos. Turnover number 14. Robinson down the right side, hands the ball off to Kolste. Kolste to Driggs. Driggs drives in, knocked away by Warburton, out of bounds, saved by Delta. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Whistle, timeout Delta.
And that's an unfortunate timeout, too. They just drained the 3, but the right call as the ball was soaring out of bounds. You want to reset it in that corner, avoid any sloppy turnovers. But, Sonny, right now, Delta just wants it more. Yep. They're making all the small things count. They're getting positioning. They're fighting for rebounds. They're playing hard-nosed defense, things that the Dinos have lacked here in the third quarter. You look at the score differential, that's why the Dinos have been held to a single point. Meanwhile, Delta's exploded for 17. Delta's doing all the small things right.
We'll take a quick break and come back here. It's 43-48. Delta with the lead over the Carbon Dinos.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
The Dinos play here on 95.3 FM, The Peak.
(48-43) Delta with the lead over the Carbon Dinos. 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play here on a Friday night. Carbon Dino basketball here from Carbon High School. Church checking into the ball game for Delta. Whistle and a foul on Carbon. Free throws.
Well, that's the last thing you wanted to see happen, but this has been the one area of the game Delta's really struggled with that we haven't had a chance to see if they'd be able to bounce back from in the second. So Delta with a chance now to make the Dinos pay at the free throw line. Dinos have to kind of cool off on defense, something which right now feels like they can't do.
Bodie Schertz with the line drive free throw that goes. His first points of the ball game, 49-43. Dinos have scored 1 point in this third quarter. Free throw number 2, good. Walks up to the line, hits them both, 6 for 8 for a team from the line. Warburton with a basketball, whistle and a foul. Bump foul on Robinson. To the free throw line goes Carter Warburton. Try to add to this 1 point quarter with 51 seconds left to play in the third quarter, and the Dinos trail by 7.
And Carter, one of the most consistent forces for the Dinos from the line. He shoots 79% from the stripe. You're going to want to see him have his impact here, make it a 5-point ball game, bring it back within 2 possessions, as a bloody nose results in what feels like the 100th blood timeout we've called, Sonny. What's been going on with this year with that? Is it just particularly dry?
I don't know.
It just every game. This is every game now we get nosebleeds.
Yep.
But hard-nosed basketball. I love it. You got to give a credit to Coach Orth, too. He's always the one who gets sent out there to clean that up. He does a spectacular job.
They got the floor all cleaned up, and Warburton will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. 50-43, Delta with the lead. It was 42-31 at the half. 51 seconds left to play in the third. 50-43, Delta. First free throw up by Carter and good. Carbon 10 for 12 from the free throw line. Second free throw up and good as well.
And that feels like that's what the Dinos need as they go into their full court press.
And a turnover by Delta. Carbon gets the turnover. Here comes Mortensen. Swings it to Warburton to Sorensen. Curtis to Griffith. Good defense by Delta.
Oh,
it looked like Carbon was going to get an open 3, and they denied it. Warburton gives it outside to Griffith. Griffith to Curtis, and a whistle and a foul on the ground and free throws.
Yeah, you got to give credit to the Delta defense, Sonny. They were lights out on that transition defense. They're facing what felt like a 4-on-2 situation, but Delta able to clamp down, force a loose ball, bounce it around, ping-ponging it around, but the Dinos just couldn't get the open shot.
Case Griffith at the free throw line. Free throw up and no good.
And Griffith,
11 for 14 for a team tonight.
Griffith on the season, a 50% free throw shooter, looking to keep that average going on shot number 2.
Second free throw. Good. One out of 2. 50-46 with 26 seconds left to play out of bounds. Ball goes to
Carbon.
Ball goes to Carbon. Turnover for Delta, number 11.
And the press has been so effective for the Dinos so far. That's what's helped them get back into this one. That hard-nosed defense at full court, that has helped them get back in.
Sorensen to Warburton on the left wing. Finds a little gap, goes to the baseline, kicks it back outside to Curtis. Curtis to Sorensen. Sorensen between the circles. Shot clock off. Game clock says 7. Warburton for 3. Baseline right. Good. Warburton has 8. 50-49. And that's how the third quarter ends. A good quarter for Delta. They get themselves back into the game. We played 3 here at Carbon High School. It's Delta 50 and the Carbon Dinos 49 when we come back.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Or can I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak KRPX 95.3 FM.
So the Dinos have a great second quarter after a 19-19 first quarter tie, outscoring Delta 23-12 to take a 42-31 halftime lead, but Delta answers back with a 19-7 third quarter. Delta leading 50-49 as we go to the fourth quarter.
And you got to give Carter Warburton a lot of credit in that quarter, Sonny. He's the one who really helped bring this one back into play. He hits the 2 free throws, and he hits that 3 right before time expires to make it a 1-point game yet again. And for a time, Sonny, it looked like the Dinos were going to get smoked, and Delta was going to build a double-digit deficit heading into the fourth.
Dinos start the fourth quarter with the turnover. We come the other way with the basketball. It's Bundy. Bundy right side, kicks it outside. It goes to Pace. Pace down to the baseline. Shot from the baseline up and no good by Rawlinson. And the rebound comes down to the Dinos. Fast break the other way with the basketball. Griffith with it. Drives in. Nobody there and throws it out of bounds. Turnover for the Dinos.
Miscommunication. He was looking for either Carter or Ty, but Ty on the in between the circles. Carter on the left wing. Case throws right. And unfortunately, another turnover for Carbon.
3. No good by Bundy, and the rebound Dinos. Mortensen with the rebound ahead of Sorensen. Down the right side, nice look to Griffin. He can't finish with the layup, and the rebound comes down to Bundy.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker, Sonny. Not a lot of pressure around, but that's when we see the most misses is when there's nothing around you. You overthink it in midair.
Perimeter passing, 3-point shot, air ball by Driggs. Goes right to the Dinos. Here comes Warburton. Takes it all the way down the floor, stops at the 3-point line. Warburton gets it back for 3. This time no good, gets his own rebound. Gives it to Sorensen. Just left of the circles. Gives it down low, goes to Curtis. Back outside to Sorensen. Sorensen back over to Curtis, left side. Mortensen drives in, back to the basket, spin move, shot up, blocked, whistle foul.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where you're not really justified in putting your arms up like, what did I do? Because you clearly hit Ty across the arms, enough to leave a little red mark on the wrist, but he's earned it. He's trying to argue straight up, no. But Ty has a chance to tie or take the lead, living up to his name on that one. On the season, Sonny, a 61% free throw shooter, misses the first.
Foul, they're calling it on Pace, so it'll be his first foul, first team foul. Sorensen and Curtis out. Orth, Bennett in, along with Griffith, Warburton, Mortensen, who hits the free throw. 50-50. Full court pressure. Delta breaks it easily with the basketball. It's Colsty. Colsty hands it off to Rawlinson. Knocked out of bounds off the Dinos. Delta ball on the baseline.
You can tell that press was something they worked on during that third quarter break because that was giving them fits at the end of the third, but now breaking it with ease.
Out of bounds off Delta. That's a good play by Mortensen. He threw it in. It went off Mortensen's hand, and then it went off Rawlinson, who was standing out of bounds. Turnover. Carbon ball, tied at 50.
That's just a high IQ play by Ty Sonny. He catches it midair, blocks it back down at Delta, gets the turnover as a result.
Shirts in, Rawlinson out for Delta. Orth gives the ball to Bennett. Bennett to Mortensen. Mortensen right side, back to Bennett. Bennett down low to Warburton. Back to the basket, kicks it outside to Mortensen. Mortensen 3-point line, dribbles, now picks it up, gives it to Orth down low, shot up, good. Nice ball movement that time by the Dinos. Orth has 6. 52-50, Dinos up 2.
The Dinos trying to buy a mismatch with Mortensen, trying to get Driggs off of him, but he's good navigating around those screens. Doesn't allow it, so the Dinos have to find other avenues to score.
Down low, shot up, good. Driggs has 8, all in the second half. 52-52.
He's responded to that scoreless first half in a big way. You got to give the young man props. He has been a battle-back player.
Mortensen for 3 down the barrel. No good. Nice offensive rebound by Orth and a whistle. What do we got?
I don't know who you're going to call that on, Sonny. It's a pile up on I-15 down on the floor. Bodies flying everywhere.
Foul on Colsty. Team foul number 2 for Delta. Dinos will throw the ball in on the baseline.
Dinos going with the stack formation. That's the 4th personal foul whistled against Colsty.
Bozzoni with the ball, gives it off to Mortensen. Mortensen finds an opening on the baseline right. Goes strong to the basket, lays it in. He has 13. Dinos up 2, 54-52. 5 minutes left to play in the ballgame. Knocked out of bounds off Griffith. It'll belong to Delta on the side. Across from us. Just joining us, Carbon Dino basketball here on 95.3 The Peak. We have a good one. 3-point shot up, no good by Colsty.
And refs, no hesitation on that call. Last touch going against the Rabbits. Trying to navigate some full court pressure. They're going to bring it.
Bozzoni. Past the half court stripe left side. Still with it. Goes behind the back between the legs. Still dribbling. Gives it over to Mortensen. Swings it to Orth. Top of the circle. Drives inside. Shot up. No good. We've got a late foul. And free throws for the Dinos.
Now, Sonny, I haven't seen a fan base this angry at the officials, well, since the JV game earlier. But Dino's doing a good job. Orth goes in there with the intention of buying the foul, throws his head back as he goes up, and rotates his body awkwardly to get this trip to the line.
Shirts with the foul. First free throw up and no good. 13 for 18 from the line tonight for the Carbon Dinos, 54-52.
And things have tapered off since that hot start, but Orth normally a 76% shooter from the line.
Second free throw up and good. He has 7. 55-52, Dinos up by 3. Substitutions coming out of the game will be Colsty's going to stay in. Coming out of the ball game will be Shirts. Full court pressure being applied by the Dinos. Delta will break it and then set the offense. With the basketball, it's Pace. Pace swings it left side, goes to Bundy. Down low to Cleaver, and he'll put it up and in. The senior has 20. 55-54, Dinos by 1 have the ball. Bozzoni with it, hands it off to Withers, who just checked in. That's Cash. Hands the ball off to Orth. Free throw line, swings it over to Griffith, right side, the wing. 3, good! Case has 4. 58-54, Dinos up 4. All the way to the basket, laying up and in is Driggs. We have a whistle. This is a late whistle. What are we going to do here?
This is going to be a debate, too, because it goes back to charge block.
They count the basket. Going to give them a flop warning? Is that what they did?
I think that's what it turned into, Sonny. Now, that's one of those things. That's a rule I'm quite fond of. I'm glad we're trying to get rid of flopping in basketball.
58-56. I didn't see who put that basket in for Delta.
Delta's answering with a press of their own.
And it comes. Withers with it. Knocked away. Scramble for it on the ground. Jump ball. Ball will go to Delta. 3:46 left to play. Cleaver's going to come back in the game. He took a quick rest.
They're playing the offense-defense game, Sonny. I like it right now when you have a player who's been as effective on the offensive side as Cleaver has. 20 points in the contest. You want to keep him in as long as possible. He's been a bit foul-prone, so if you can keep him in on offense, that's going to be your best bet to try and win this game.
Down low it goes. Cleaver hands it off. Shot off the glass and in. Cleaver handed it off to Bundy. And he gets the easy 2. We're tied at 58. 3:30 left to play. And Bozzoni with the ball on the left side. A little bit of a push off, no whistle. Gives the ball to Orth. Orth drives in, whistle and a foul and free throws. I believe he was shooting. We'll see.
Either that, but either way, Sonny, they're going to be put up to 4 team fouls. Chance if you can't do that, raining down from the student section. But the Dinos have responded very well to that poor third quarter. They keep this one tied in a game where it feels like Delta, throughout the second half, should have at least a 5-point lead.
Orts is going to shoot free throws. First one up for the senior, no good. 14 for 19 from the free throw line as a team for the Dinos, and Orth gets one more. Tied at 58 with 3:22 left to play. We'll talk about the fouls after this free throw here. Orth has 8 as he makes the second free throw. But if you look at the foul situation with the full court pressure being applied and Delta breaks it, 4 fouls on Delta. The Dinos can play aggressive defense. They haven't had a foul called on them yet.
Yeah, this is when you send a message, Sonny. This is when you can afford to do that.
Pace, shot off the glass, no good. Rebound, Bozzoni. Dinos up one in the ball. 3 minutes exactly left to play. Bozzoni kicks it over to Griffith, goes through his hands, but a nice play by Withers. Griffith with it, 3-point shot, wing left, halfway down, no good. Rebound comes down to Delta.
And you can tell Case was feeling himself after that last three, nearly gets a second.
Driggs get the rebound, whistle, and a reach foul. Reach foul on Withers. Cash. First team foul for the Carbon Dinos. No harm, no foul there. There's a foul, but no harm with one. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
No, like you were talking about. That's when that kind of foul is okay.
Yes.
You have 5 to give.
Yes.
You want to at least get that differential closer if you need to try and extend this game.
Yeah. You have 3 more fouls before you have to worry about Delta shooting. So you can play the aggressiveness. 59-58. Swing it over to the left side. Colsty. Picked up there by Bennett. 23 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Pace drives in, puts up a runner. No. Offensive rebound. Cleaver loses it. Whistle. What do we got? Foul on Carbon.
I don't agree with that call. He dropped his shoulder like a linebacker. He's initiating all the contact.
Was it on the ground or was he shooting? They're going to say shooting. And Brody Cleaver will go to the free throw line for a chance to put 21 and 22 in for him. And a chance for Delta to take the lead. First free throw up and good.
And a big moment for Bennett, too. He picks up his 4th. He's in scary territory as a timeout called.
Timeout on the floor. We're tied at 59 with 2:21 left to play in the ballgame. We'll take it with them. Carbon Dino Basketball 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
In the heart of Carbon and Emery counties, Quick Realty is here to help you make the right move. Experience the future of home buying with our Matterport 3D tours, giving you an immersive look at your potential home from anywhere. Meet our dedicated team of local professionals, just real people who care, walking you through every step of the way. As a Zillow Premier and Realtor.com specialist, Quick Realty is your trusted expert, handling everything from residential, commercial, and mountain properties to property management. Your dream home is just a call away. Let Quick Realty help you find it.
Carbon Dino Basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
59. 2:21 left to play in the ballgame. Cleaver at the free throw line for free throw number 2. And it's short off the front of the rim, no good. And the offensive rebound put back by Driggs. He has 10 points in the ballgame. It's 61-59 Delta. 2:11 left to play. Bozzoni gives it to Bennett. Bennett bounce pass to Mortensen, lays it up and in.
A good, smart play by Mortensen. Doesn't try and do anything too flashy.
Yeah.
Finishes at the rim with ease. Ties the game back up. Back to where we were at the start, Sonny. Both teams trading buckets.
Turnover for Delta. Dinos come up with it. And then a steal. Bennett has it stolen by Cleaver, and Cleaver lays it up and in. He has 23. Timeout on the floor. Delta 63, Carbon 61. We'll keep it here.
That was a good little pickpocket move.
That was.
My goodness, not only is Cleaver playing excellent on the offensive end with his 23 points, sly as a fox on that one, pokes it away from Bennett and able to get the easy up and in, swings the momentum entirely, forcing a timeout. This has been one of the more exciting games we've seen this season. My heart's racing over here, Sonny. I'm excited to see how this next 2-minute stretch plays out because both these teams clearly want to win. Both have had quarters that they wish they could take back for Delta. It's the second for the Dinos. It's the third. The first and the fourth been played evenly so far. It's going to come down to who has the most heart coming down and who's going to have the courage to make those last shots.
Delta 7-3, trying to go to 8-3. Dinos 4-5, trying to go 500. 63-61. Delta with the lead. A minute 46 left. They'll press. Bozzoni with a basketball for the Dinos. Gets past the half-court stripe, finds a gap. Nice little pass down underneath the oars. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. Kicks it outside. Griffith for three. Short whistle. Foul. Away from the ball.
And they're battling down low. If this is against the Rabbits, Sonny, that means free throws for the Dinos.
Fouls on shirts. And free throws for Kyler Orth with 1:34 left to play. That was away from the ball, foul.
That's one of those ones in this situation, Sonny, you can't afford it as a player. You can't afford it as a team.
Orth free throw. Good. He has 9 for the senior. One more free throw to come. 1:34 left to play, 63-62.
And Cleaver back into the game for Delta, Sonny. You got to keep an eye on him on offense.
Second free throw is up. Good. 10 points for Orth. Dinos tie this game up. Pressure's broken. Colsty swings it outside, and it comes over to the left side to Pace. Pace down to Cleaver. Cleaver, little step move. Shot up, no good. Carbon wants to travel. They don't get it. The reverse layup by Cleaver's good as he stays with the play. He's got 25. 65-63 Delta. Minute 11 left to play. Warburton takes it all the way. Kicks it outside. Griffith swings it over to Bozzoni. Bozzoni drives inside. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound. Off Delta, I believe, and it will be Carbon ball. And that's a great play by Griffith to throw it off the Delta player, and he'll come out of the ball game. Bennett comes in.
The underclassman with the veteran move. My goodness, Sonny. These two teams, neither of them backing down.
58 seconds left to play. 65-63 Delta with the lead. Dinos with the ball. Bozzoni gives it off to Warburton on the left wing. Still with it now. Drives the baseline. Picks up the dribble. Gives it back to Bozzoni. Back to Warburton between the circles. Tip of the key. Dives in. Spin move. Shot at the basket. No good. Rebound comes down to Delta. 41 seconds. 9 seconds difference on the game clock and shot clock. Delta leads by 2. What do you do if you're Carbon? You play defense.
You go for the steal. You go for the steal. If you get the foul, no harm, no foul. Well, there is a foul. We talked about that before, but they need a stop. Delta can tend to let the clock waste.
They have to play the defense now because they only have 2 fouls. There's a foul. Foul number 3 on the Dinos. This is where not having any fouls puts you at a disadvantage kind of now because you have 2 more fouls you have to commit before they shoot free throws if you want to extend the game. So right here, I believe, if you're the Dinos, you go for the steal and then you foul. You're down 2.
Especially with the fresh shot clock, Sonny.
Yes.
35 seconds, a 13-second difference, so not going to play a factor here. The Dinos need a turnover.
Yeah, the shot clock should be off, actually, with 22 seconds left to play. And then waiting for it to come in, and it comes. Whistle, timeout.
That's a
timeout, Delta, and that's a good timeout. That was close to 5.
No, you got to make that timeout before it turns into an inadvertent turnover. The result of the inbound following that is null and void. You just need to make sure you don't turn it over on a 5-second violation. That would be the most harmful thing to Delta's chances here. It feels like they need to get the ball in and keep it secure. Carbon, they're going to have the time tick down regardless. They've got to foul quickly.
So let's do a game set here. The score, Delta 65, Carbon 63. 5 fouls on Delta. So Carbon will be shooting free throws. Only 3 on Carbon, so they got 1 to give. So once again, they can go for the steal. If they don't get it, they can commit the foul. Down 2, wanting to extend this game.
And the thing is, Sonny, Delta hasn't been the most consistent from the charity stripe tonight. That's something that could play into effect, but they've been cold as ice in the second half, especially in this fourth quarter, making shots when they matter most.
22 seconds left to play. Delta will throw it in front of their bench. In it comes. Colsty, foul. As Bundy
needs to watch what he's doing down there or he's going to get teed up. It was a basketball play. That was nothing but a basketball play coming from Caleb Sorensen. And the fans want the tee. Coach Brower telling him to sit down. That's a good way to control the environment.
Yeah.
And they're having a nice little conversation along the sideline with Bundy. And I agree, he needs to watch himself. It's an aggressive foul regardless.
Yeah. 65-63, in it comes. Foul on the Dinos.
And
that's number 5 and free throws now.
That's best case scenario for him. Only 4 seconds ticked off in the clock thanks to that quick foul by Sorensen on the first go-around.
So Cleaver would go to the free throw line with 25 points.
Now, I will say that's the person you want to see there least. He is having a spectacular night, Sonny, up to 25.
Now, if he makes 1, it's still a 1-possession game. If he makes 2, that's a 4-point lead. It's a 2-possession game. So these free throws are huge. The first one by Cleaver is up, and it is good.
Ice in his veins on that one, Sonny. The Dinos still within 3. They have time to waste. They can set up and find their ideal shot. If he makes this one, they're going to need to get a quick shot up, make it, and get a quick steal.
Second free throw. Good as well. Timeout. They're going to have substitutions. I thought maybe Carbon was going to call a timeout.
They do have
and
2
they do.
left.
Timeout Carbon. 18 seconds left to play. Delta up 4, 67-63. Cleaver goes to the free throw line, makes both free throws. He has 26 in the ballgame.
And you got to give it to Delta, Sonny. They have battled hard throughout this whole game. They've come out and they look like a completely different team in the third quarter. That's what's made the biggest difference. The Dinos' lackadaisical third has cost them down 4 with 18 seconds left. They're going to need a bit of help from the miraculous to try and make something happen here. We've seen crazier things. Game not out of reach by any means, but going to take an element of luck, and that's something you never want to leave things up to.
67-63. Delta with the 4-point lead. Coming on the floor for the Dinos will be Bennett, Orth, Warburton, Bazzoni, Mortensen. So 5 on the floor for the Dinos. For Delta, it's going to be Schertz, Rawlinson, looks like, Bundy, Holste, Pace.
Now, if the Rabbits can,
Cleaver.
They're running a straight-up man-to-man press here. The Dinos have had success breaking it so far, but a turnover here and a Delta score essentially seals the deal. So the Dinos not only need to rush down and get the best-looking shot available, they also need to avoid any turnovers.
Bundy instead of Cleaver for Delta, trying to throw it in. Here's a touchdown pass. Hits the top of the roof, and it will be a turnover to Delta with 18.5 seconds left to play.
Oh, and Sonny, that's like when a punt hits the top of AT&T Stadium for the Cowboys. It's an unfortunate part of the structural design. Bennett tries to go for the home run to Bazzoni, but unfortunately unable to get it. The Dinos still have a chance here to force a stop. They're probably going to try and extend the game too, but right now feels like Delta's in the driver's seat.
Throwing the ball in, Delta. In it comes to Cleaver. Whistle and a foul. He'll go to the free throw line, shoot 2 more. I believe the foul's on Sorensen. It is. So 2 free throws for Cleaver, trying to make it 28 and 29. Try to extend that lead to 6. Substitutions coming into the ballgame will be Bennett and Mortensen for the Dinos. Rawlinson and Schertz for Delta, and the first free throw no good.
So the Dinos, with only 2 seconds ticking off the clock from the last possession, they've still got a chance, but time's not your friend here. Dinos do have 1 timeout left. You can expect to see that after a miss.
Free throw number 2. It's good. 28 points in the ballgame for Cleaver. Dinos make the substitutions we talked about.
They want Bennett.
So does Delta. As you said, Bennett will throw it in. In it comes to Bazzoni. 15 seconds. Got to get it down the floor quick. Bazzoni throws it into the baseline, and it'll go out of bounds off Carbon, and a turnover with 9 seconds left to play in a 5-point Delta lead.
Well, Sonny, that one feels like it sucks the life out of them. Takes 7 seconds off the clock. 9 seconds left. Delta gets this in.
Ahead it goes. Is he going to score? He will dunk it. Driggs will dunk it. Make it 70-63.
Yeah, play till the whistle.
Final score 70-63. Dinos fall short to Delta.
That was a hard-fought battle, Sonny, but you look at the third quarter, that's what did the Dinos in. One bad quarter, as the mantra has been throughout the season, costs Carbon yet again. 70-63 sits that final score. Delta coming to Jurassic Park and walking away with a 7-point victory. They're going to be feeling pretty good after that bus ride.
So Delta comes away with the win, 70-63. When we come back, we will have the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show. Once again, the final score, Delta 70, Carbon 63.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emory, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
It's fun! It's our favorite place.
Strike up family fun for everyone. Gateway Lanes. Families that play together stay together. And Gateway Lanes is your center for fun, snacks, and great food. So let Gateway Lanes do the cooking with open and league bowling year-round and Club Bowl Thursday night, 9 till 11:30, with unlimited bowling including shoes. Since 1989, Helper's Hometown Bowling Center, Gateway Lanes, South Main Street in Historic Helper, and bowlhelper.com. Let's roll.
Golfers, get ready for year-round fun at Swing and Swear. Step into the action with over 43,000 world-class courses to choose from. No passport required. Rain or shine, you can tee off indoors. Multiple bays, club rentals, tables, chairs, and concessions. It's the perfect spot to practice your game, celebrate with friends, or spend time with family. From the serious golfer to first-timers, everyone is welcome to join the fun. Swing and Swear, located just off Ridge Road. Call 299-6200 to schedule a tee time today.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Smith. After 6 years as a nurse, I've learned that sometimes our bodies just need a little extra support. That's what IV therapy can do. It can help you bounce back quicker after an illness, recover faster after a workout, ease migraines, and even improve focus and energy. Think of it as giving your body a direct line to the hydration and nutrients it needs to feel its best. I'd love to help you find the right blend for your goals. Reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram at wellness.iv.utah.
Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emory, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back. Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show. Final score once again tonight. The Carbon Dinos fall short. The final tonight, 70-63. And Aiden will go through the scoring by quarters. And after one, We had a great first quarter. We were tied at 19 after the first.
Oh, that was a spectacular moment for both teams, Sonny. That was a great frame of action. It felt like every time one team would go on a run, the other would answer in kind, and that's what made it so entertaining and so exciting early on, was you could tell both of these two teams were here to play. They were hungry to go into the winter moratorium with a win.
Second quarter, Dinos played their best quarter of the game. They outscored Delta 23-12 to take a 42-31 halftime lead.
And best quarter of the game, like you said, I'd argue best quarter of this season, Sonny. Now that we are 10 games in, I think that was the best we've seen from the Dinos on the court. They looked spectacular out there. The ball was flowing. The defense was on point. I loved what I saw from Carbon.
But then in the third quarter, the Dinos had 1 point. I believe it was like with a minute 45 left to play in the third quarter. They ended up scoring 7, but Delta outscored them 19-7 to take a 50-49 lead after the third quarter. So once again, the third quarter, not a good quarter for the Dinos.
That wasn't, Sonny. The Delta Rabbits delivered what Carbon did to them in the second and then some. They just couldn't miss, and you got to give a lot of credit to the young man, Brody Cleaver. 27 points on the night. That's spectacular.
And then in the fourth quarter, Delta outscores Carbon 20-14. Final score 70-63. We'll take a look at scoring by individuals. First for Delta, leading the way, Brody Cleaver, 28 points tonight for the senior. He had 11 in the first half, 17 in the second half. Unbelievable performance for Cleaver.
Oh, he was lights out, Sonny. He was buying mismatches, and that's what plays into Delta's roster composition so well, is you have Brody Cleaver standing at 6'4", but you also have Kobe Driggs, who stands at 6'8". The Dinos had to stick their tallest player, Ty Mortensen, out on Driggs, and that leaves Cleaver with a mismatch nearly the entire game, and he capitalized on it.
Mason Robinson with 13 points. He had 11 in the first, only 2 in the second, but nevertheless ends up with 13. Kobe Driggs had 12 points in the ball game. Nice night for the senior. Then followed by Corver Pace with 7, followed with Colsty with 2, Schertz with 2. Bronco Bundy had 6 for Delta for a total of 70 points.
And it was an all-around team effort, Sonny. I got to give props to Kobe Driggs. We talked about it at halftime. He had been a non-factor up to that point. He was missing easy shots. He was turning the ball over at a high clip, but he comes out in the second, and he does what he does best. It's 12 points, and he looked spectacular in the third and fourth quarters.
Leading the way for the Carbon Dinos tonight with 15 points, Ty Mortensen. He had a good night, the senior. Lots of blocks again. Said his name a lot on both ends of the floor. 15 points for Ty.
That we did, Sonny. He had that highlight dunk as well. One of my favorite moments of this game. You can go and view that over on our Facebook page, KRPX The Peak, where we're going to have that highlight posted. It's going to be, he had a spectacular night. He was balanced, and he was one of those players who helped keep the Dinos competitive in this game.
Kyler Orth finishes with 10 tonight. 4 in the first half, 6 in the second. Good night for Kyler, and then Logan Bennett finished with 9.
So a very balanced effort again from the Dinos. 2 into double digits, a few flirting with it, just couldn't get it done. Logan Bennett, they had him locked down in the third and fourth quarters, and that helped them a lot. He is a major scoring factor, so you take him out of the equation, the Dinos don't have quite as many weapons out on the floor.
Warburton finishes with 8. Logan Curtis comes off the bench tonight. He had a couple of threes in that good second quarter for the Dinos. He finished with 7. Then Case Griffith with 4, Jackson Bazzoni with 3, Caleb Sorensen with 4, Cash Withers with 2 for the Carbon Dinos for a total of 63 points. Dinos shoot 22 free throws a night. They make 17, followed with 18 turnovers.
And you know, the free throw shooting was one of the better aspects tonight. I really liked what we saw at the line from the Dinos. But turnovers, though, Coach Browers talked about it before. He's okay with a few, but they're turning it over at a high clip in moments where it's not pushing the ball. When you're pushing the ball and you get a turnover like that, that's just part of playing fast. But there are other times when you're in a half-court situation, you make a careless pass, you don't do the right basketball move. Those are the turnovers that are going to come back and bite you.
We'll take a break here on the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show. Once again, the final score tonight, Carbon falls short to Delta, 70-63. When we come back, we'll have scores from around the state, a little bit more on tonight's game. We'll talk about the future games for the Carbon Dinos when we come back.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emory, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emory, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back into the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play. Joining us now in the Sutherland's broadcast booth is Dinos head coach Taylor Brower. Coach, that one's a heartbreaker.
Dude, that was we were there. We had him right where we wanted him, and we just didn't execute down the stretch.
You know, down the stretch in the fourth quarter, you guys looked like you regained a lot of what you had going on in the first half of action. But that third quarter goes back to something we talk about time and time again, is that there's just one quarter where things aren't bouncing your way, the shots aren't falling, the defense tightens up, and it's hard to overcome that.
Yeah, and especially with good teams, like you can't. With good teams, you've got to. I mean, it's very rare that I've had a game with full, like, 4 quarters that are good quarters. But, like, basketball is a game of runs. So if you can just weather the storm on those runs, then you're fine. But with good teams, you gotta go tit for tat. Like, you got to punch and they got to punch, and you can't just back off.
And that was a majority of the game. But Delta creates a bit of a mismatch nightmare for you guys. You look at Kobe Driggs, he stands at 6'8", but then you also look at Brody Cleaver. He's 6'4". Most teams lucky to have one player flirting with that 6'5" mark. You have to send Ty over to guard Driggs. That's a tall task to try and send someone.
Honestly, Brody Cleaver, that's the best game he's going to have all flipping year. This is an anomaly. Brody Cleaver, I've watched every game of Delta, and he never did anything like this. So, I mean, congratulations to him for scoring that much, but we didn't game plan for him. Like, we game plan for Driggs and the Robinson kid and the Bundy kid just because we knew we'd played him before, but the Cleaver kid, that was out of nowhere.
You know, and that's how it happens sometimes with basketball. Role players break off into things, but I did like your defensive game plan against Driggs, against Bundy. You had them clamped up all night long. It was a great showing against those 3 players. You had those players who are normally the tie scorers for Delta. You had them locked up.
Yeah, we did, and we did a good job, but, I mean, that Cleaver kid, he threw up some crap. I'm not going to lie, and it went in. So, but that's just the nature of basketball. It just happens sometimes.
That it is. They're going to put up shots from their rear end, and they're going to go in,
Yep.
and that's the worst kind of night to have. But, Coach, one thing that I think you will be proud of is the free throw percentage from you guys. You shot 17 of 22 from the stripe today. That's a great showing from the line, and I think it shows real improvement that this team is making in that department.
Yeah, we haven't shot the free throw very well the last couple of games, but we definitely shot it better, and that's one thing that we've been focusing on in practice. And I try to make free throws as uncomfortable as possible and make sure that each free throw isn't the same, and I think that's definitely been helping.
And, you look at what's coming up. You have winter moratorium right around the corner starting tomorrow. What was the message to the guys after this game to get them motivated for this next half of the season, especially with the Steve Hodson Classic right around the corner?
I just told them not to take breaks, to get in the gym as much as we can, and don't eat junk food, don't get out of your sleep schedule, because we don't want them to get out of a routine, because that's going to kill us if they do.
And looking at the Steve Hodson Classic, you got a lot of good teams to play up there. What's kind of the mentality going into that tournament, especially with the region right around the corner?
Just play hard. Just play as hard as we can. I think we can beat all the teams down there. I know they're going to be tough. Dixie and Stansbury are a good team. Stansbury's got like a 6'10" kid, but we just got to make sure we game plan for him and make sure he doesn't do much damage, and I think we'll be fine. I mean, I've been watching film on all three teams. I'm not overly worried, and I'm not overly worried about my team. I think once we get to region, I think we'll start clicking and we'll start playing.
No, absolutely. You have moments on the floor where things are really clicking, and you guys look incredible when that happens. You look at that second quarter, you outscore them 23-12. That's an example of what this team can do. You're just still trying to work out those early season kinks. That's what this preseason stretch is for.
Yeah, that's why we have the hardest schedule I think we have the hardest schedule in 3A, and that's a reason. There's a reason for that for sure.
No, you look at other teams in our region, they're playing a few cupcakes, I think it's the nicest way to put it, but you guys have gone gauntlet after gauntlet. I mean, going right from Juab to Delta, that's like facing two heavyweight champions back to back, but you guys have taken it in stride.
Yeah, we haven't had an easy game. I mean, yeah, we played Green River, but even that game was a dogfight. So, I schedule these games for a reason so that we go through this refiner's fire, and that way when we get to region, then it's not as hard as we thought it was going to be.
And one thing you alluded to earlier that I think really sets you apart as a coach is you are a junkie for film. You've watched film for your
I watch
team.
So much film. It's crazy.
It's crazy, and it shows on the court in your game planning. We come in and we talk at pregame about players we think are going to be the major impact players tonight. That was Bronco Bundy, and you just clamped him down. How does your coaching staff help assist in this process of making these game plans?
I have all my coaches watch film. I have some really good assistant coaches, and they watch film on their own, and then they tell me what they see, and they tell me what adjustments. So we practice on that, and it definitely helps.
Now, looking too far ahead, I guess maybe a little too far ahead to that region slate right around the corner, I think you guys definitely are in that upper echelon in this region. You have a chance to potentially win it all.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of teams are taking us for granted just because of Carbon and what our reputation is, but I'm really hoping we can punch them upside the head and make them think twice before they play us.
And that's something we've talked about athletic department wide at Carbon High School. And we've had a lot of new blood injected into these programs. Coach Milovich for football, you for basketball. You've really led a major culture change here. How hard is that from a coach's perspective to take a school who's been perennially viewed as a losing squad and really start to turn that reputation around? How do you get the players to buy in moments like that?
It comes down to relationships. I think if you have really good relationships with the kids, I think they'll walk through fire for you. And as long as you have those relationships, then that's what matters.
And I think you have that in spades with your player, Coach Brower. It's always a pleasure to have you up here. Thanks for taking the time again.
Okay, thank you so much.
Again, Coach Brower joining us in the Sutherland's broadcast booth following the 70-63 loss to the Rabbits of Delta. We're going to take one more quick break, take a look at a few scores from around the state, and then we are going to finish out tonight. You're listening to Carbon High School basketball right here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emory, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back into the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play. This is where you need to be. Aiden Mortensen alongside Sonny Buscarini as the Dinos fall tonight to the Rabbits of Delta, 70-63, sending them into Christmas break. And Sonny, that was a hard-fought game, but Delta did everything right down the stretch, and that was the difference maker.
Yep, Brody Cleaver with 28 points on the night, had a great night of basketball for Delta. He was the star tonight for Delta. His shooting percentage had to be through the roof. Everything he was shooting was high percentage shots. He was making them, making his free throws, playing good defense. I mean, he just had a standout night tonight. He led the way for Delta. They win 70-63.
And like Coach Brewer said, that's what happens sometimes in basketball. You know, the players you expect least to break out are the ones who do, because we looked at those players who we expected to have major breakout games. Bronco Bundy held to 6, Driggs held to 12, and it's one of those nights where a player just does not miss. We'll take a quick look at some scores from around the state before we close things out. Valley coming away with the 1A over 2A upset, defeating North Sevier 61-47. At the end of one, a late starting game for the Manti Templars. They're down to Mountain View 20-4. Kanab beats Grand 73-56. And South Sevier escapes with a win over Enterprise, 51-50. They win it with one made free throw in the entire contest. Talk about close. Now, Sonny, anything you want to leave us off with before we close this out?
Yep, we will have another game on December 30th. It'll be the Dino girls, but until Christmas, we are done here for high school basketball until the 30th. The girls will be back, and I believe that's a matinee game, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That it will be.
So it's kind of strange.
Yeah, tip-off at 1:30. Pre-game show will start right here on 95.3 The Peak, as well as on YouTube at Castle Country Radio Carbon at 1 p.m. with the Landon's Diesel Service pre-game show. Help kick off your new year right, and come cheer on the Dinos. You're not going to regret it.
So once again, the final score tonight, Carbon falls short to Delta 70-63. And Aiden, pleasure doing the games with you as always, and I hope everybody out there has a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure doing it with you, Sonny. Thank you all for listening, and we hope you enjoyed listening to this broadcast as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. For Sonny Buscarini, I'm